y'all doing? I'm off to another day at work. Same old, same old. I did a good video yesterday. I was happy with it. Kind of proud with my work. And then I went and I listened to it and my mic didn't work. So all it was wind noise. And it is now B-roll for shorts and reels. Isn't that how it goes? But a couple things I was talking about in that video, I guess I'll try to redo it. But number one, I'm wanting to film Christmas lights, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it on my bike because of the weather. It's supposed to rain today, hit and miss. It depends on what the weather is going to be this weekend and what the what the weather is going to be and what my work schedule is, because I don't know if I'm working this weekend and if we're going to be like off Monday and Tuesday and what have you. I would rather work Sunday. And it's not supposed to rain Christmas, so I might actually get out there on Christmas and do what I need to do, because I'm wanting to film it from a motorcycle. I don't know which one I'll film it from. I like using this one more as a commuter, or if I had to go up, you know, National Park or something to a little campsite, I'd probably take this one rather than the lowrider. It's low, it's stable, it's got nice wide tires on it. They freak you out when you first get the bike, but after you get used to them, they're pretty cool. And that is a red light, I'm pretty sure. Now it's green. A slow white car. I do try to stay a little bit off of their ass, because shit happens. If I'm running up on somebody, I'm fixing to pass them. But a lot of that too is I drive a truck for a living, so I'm so used to the distance in a truck. So when I get in a smaller vehicle, I tend to give too much following distance because of the relation to that. I know I've got over 3 million miles driving an 18-wheeler. I don't know if I've hit 4 because my local and regional wasn't kept track quite as well as the over the road. I've even got a 1 million mile safe driving award, which is very hard to get, because it don't have to be your fault and they will write you a ticket for anything. And once again, on this episode of Finding Neutral, where have we found neutral? At yet another traffic light. But yeah, I take my job seriously. It's how I make my money. I probably should have been a prostitute instead. I mean, it's more respectable, and by God, it's an honest living. But I'm a truck driver, and that sort of carries on over into other aspects of my life, because you think I spend all day, every day, either driving or unloading. I've driven more in my life than most people ever will, and there's part of that muscle memory, reflex sort of thing, all that unconscious stuff you do while you're driving that just carries over. There we go. There was neutral again. Hooray. Hooray for the neutral. I don't know who's honking. Last person that honked at me tried to hit me. That was yesterday. Anyways, I don't know how it's gonna work. I may go out like Christmas night. That may be my best option, depending on what my family's doing. Well, then they might complain. They're not exactly supportive, you know, of any of this. And my wife, I think, is just jealous of my attention going somewhere besides her, but fuck her. I mean, I love her, but at a certain point, I'm too old. I'm going to do what I want to do. She does what she wants to do. And that's just the way it is. But I'm going to try to film some Christmas lights. I need to find where the streets are with the best Christmas lights. Though I'm hoping there's an app or something that I can look that up. Or maybe a news report or something will be able to help me out. Hopefully. I've also got to get bicycle gear at some point. And I've got 2 Nelson rigs that I need to pick up. One for this bike, one for the other bike. And if you don't know what those are, they're straps that go under the seat, and they have I think it's like D-rings in the end of them. And you can put your hooks into those D-rings and it pulls up. And supposedly it's not going to be rubbing on my fender. And when I get those, I'm going to do a review on them. I'll probably do an initial review of how to use them. And then I may come back after a while of using it. Because when I'm home and stuff like that, running back and forth, I'm probably going to find me a bag or something. That's one of my next purchases, is a bag that I can put on both bikes. I kind of want a roll bag I can put behind. I mean, this one has a bag back there, but it's not a bag for a bike. It's literally a trash can that my wife bought me for the truck. That's all it is. And it works really well. What I'll probably do is get some kind of roll bag or something that I can lean against. And I mean, I'm 46, so yeah, lower back pain is an issue. And so I'm like Flintstones taking off. But it's not feet. It's motor. Da-da-da. There we go. I'm not getting too carried away with it. I'm just going to work. Go with the speed of traffic kind of thing. Of course, this is a 50-mile-an-hour speed zone. So in Texas, that means generally 70, 80. What are we doing? 70, 69, 70. I think that's my neighbor. I don't know. No, that's not their truck. They got different stickers on the back. What you'll find a lot of in Texas, a lot of Fords. I mean, a fuck ton of Fords. Ford F-150s. Oh my god. I got something. Something about to choke me. Anyways. Riding down the road with my mouth open. Who knows? Could have been a bug. I have a full face helmet on, so the bug would have to be inside my helmet already, which poses other questions. But anyways, this is Texas, so there are a fuck ton of Ford F-150s and F-250s. There are a lot of Ford Rangers. There are a lot of Dodge pickups. And we got some Chevys too. Probably about an equal amount of Chevy and Dodge, and the rest of them are all Fords. I don't know, some of y'all are Ford people, some of y'all are Chevy people. I've had Ford, I've had Chevy, I haven't had Dodge. Yeah, I haven't had Dodge, so, but Ford and Chevy, I've had about equal luck with them. Most of them that I bought were old pieces of shit anyways, until recently. I got a F-150 now. It's reaching that age where if it's going to have problems, it'll have them. 2018, I think I got like 80,000 miles on it. I think the life of the transmission's technically like 75,000. It's like, oh, you don't have to change your transmission fluid anymore. It's good for the life. But then they don't tell you that. They consider the life like 75,000 miles. Like, okay, we're driving these things like 300,000 miles now. And for all you people that are like, they don't make them like they used to, and I'm kind of that way myself. How many 52 Ford, Chevy, or 48s or 60s model were you putting 300,000 miles on? Hell, we got a lot of cars now. You know, you get some Japanese shit box that thing's like just breaking in, really. You know, you got your Honda Civic that's got 500,000 freaking miles on it, still gets you to work and back. Hell, that thing's probably more American made than the American cars. I don't know. If you know where they're made, let me know. Where are they sourcing their parts? Because I'm on a Harley that was assembled in America, but I had to wait on parts from China during the pandemic. So, yeehaw for that. Why can't I see? There we go. My mirrors are a little different because of the coat. I was going to adjust them yesterday and I didn't do it. Probably going to rain on me this evening going home. Or it'll be raining when I go home. It is what it is. But this is going to be the last day with decent riding, so... I'll do what I gotta do. But at some point I gotta pick up those Nelson ropes and I'll show you those. I think I have a hair in my face and my helmet. Hold on. Blow away. I think I blew it away. I have long hair, so sometimes that happens. That's another thing. I'm supposed to order that high-tail ponytail holder. I talked to the... Well, I made a comment on their site, and then they commented back. Fuck this light. And I'm supposed to order it. They're not sponsoring it or anything. They're not paying me anything. I gotta buy the product myself. Well, my hair is about 3 foot long. So, if it works, I'll let you know. It's not as thick as it used to be. Because I'm approaching 50. Just life. I'm gonna start curling it real close and cutting it shorter and putting blue in my hair, and I'm gonna go to the grocery store wearing like a house dress. I've already got the support hose. Well, they're compression socks, compression hose. That's because of a motorcycle wreck. have a wreck where part of your body gets ripped open like that, you will have them too. And don't worry, they make ones for guys. They're like actual socks, but they're compression, which is actually what I have on right now because they're thicker and warmer, and they come up to my knees. They're not like thigh highs, they're like up over the calf, and so my shins are warm, my knees are a little cold. I guess that works. The thigh highs just make my leg look weird in compression. There'd be like a bump in my jeans. Why are your legs smaller under there? No, just like past that point. Yeah, those are too tight. They're too tight and I'm too big. I have no idea how I got on that topic. So what do we cover? We covered Christmas lights. I'm still going to try to do them, but it may be like Christmas when I do it, because it's not supposed to actually rain on Christmas. So I might go out that night. I've got to pick up 2 Nelson rigs, and I'm still looking for a bag. I mean, it can be an upright bag kind of thing, or it can be a roll bag. I'm thinking a roll bag would actually work better. Oh yeah, the kids aren't in school today. My wife still has to go to work. She's mad about that because she's a school nurse now. And even though the kids aren't there, the teachers are, and I guess the teachers might get a boo-boo, and she's going to have to take care of it. Always wondered what the teachers did when the students had the day off. I don't know. Working on some songs and stuff too. I got my hands back strong enough for open chords and stuff again, so I'm working on like power chords and that sort of thing. Gotta crack my visor, 'cause I can't see shit. Oh yeah, someone remind me. I gotta go online and see, I can't remember the number of this helmet. It's a Scorpion. You can see it on my site. It's the one that I'm always wearing. I want one of them with like the pin thing in the visor. See if that helps with the fogging. And I need some anti-fog for my glasses. Because fogging, especially this time of year, is becoming an issue. As humid as it is down here anyways, and it's getting colder, and you can see your breath, and it wouldn't be as big of a problem if I wasn't running my mouth while I'm riding a motorcycle down the road. You know, if we've all, you know, breathed on a window or something and wrote your name in the window, that sort of thing. Well, it's kind of like that. My mouth is like 2 inches from my visor, and it's also hot air rises and it's blowing off my visor and going right back at my glasses, and that will fog both of them up, and that's when I end up going down the road, you know, singing songs like, oh where could the fucking road be? Oh where could it be? Because, I don't know. I'm just weird. If that car wasn't there, I would have gone. kind of still want to go, but my faith in my fellow humans is not that great. It's not even that great in myself. Lights are bright. Now I feel like my helmet's coming off my head. It's strapped on though. How fast am I going? Oh, I'm only doing 60. I guess I turned into the wind. Usually it doesn't feel like that till about 90. 90 miles an hour, it's a good speed limiter on this bike. It doesn't have a speed limiter, it's just I don't have a windshield on it, and it's like, the wind. The other bike's great. 120, 130. They did a good job designing that windshield. Look here, am I in? Oh, I'm only in 5th. All the new shit houses. Look at them. Hopefully you can see that over there. Built like shit. That is one thing they're definitely not building like they used to. They're throwing them up so quick. Contractors cheap out on materials. Not like they've never done that. But I think the materials were better before. When you actually had wood in the walls. And you have those houses no one's lived in. They're slowly collapsing from like 1880. And they're still sitting out in the field. The glasses have been busted out of them. But they're still standing. They're on like pier and beam. You know? I wouldn't walk across the floor. You'll probably fall through. But the damn thing's still standing. Whereas most of our homes today, I doubt they'll be standing if you abandon them 100 years later. It's a throwaway society now. Everything gets thrown away. But really, after a few hundred years, unless it's really taken care of, the only buildings that are going to last are like brick and stone and that sort of thing. Who knows what other kind of buildings they had. They could have had awesome structures, but they were made of biodegradable materials. Maybe we had highly advanced civilizations here on Earth, and they decided to go all green and friendly. And they made everything biodegradable. And there's no record of them. Have you ever thought about that? Because the way everybody's like, oh, it's got to be biodegradable, it's got to leave no carbon footprint. Well, maybe we already did that. Maybe we did that, but we failed as a society and it collapsed somehow. But there's no record of it because everything was like carbon neutral and biodegradable and left no trace behind. And so there's no trace. But like every once in a while we find these weird things that are like, oh, this is like some weird kind of astronomical compass clock thing and it's like 10,000 years older than it should be. But what happened here? I don't know. You know? Contrary to popular belief, your bones don't last that long. You know, unless you got them in like a mausoleum or they happen to be in the correct place at the correct time. You know, if you're just buried in the dirt like most of us were buried, your bones will be gone. If you put a bone in a compost pile, in a few months the bone's gone. So yeah, your remains aren't going to last as long as you think they are. Well, ours might, because we're all, at least in America, we have this weird thing with funeral homes and the mortuary industry, whoever does that, the embalming thing, where we want to be preserved for no good reason whatsoever. You know? It's like, why? Why are you doing all this when the rest of the world can just lay you out and say, yeah, we gotta bury this fucker. This bitch is gonna get stinky. I'll bury her pretty quick. Let's have a viewing. Let's get the body in the ground. Let's do what we gotta do. It's vanity, you know? That's all it is. It's a way to extort money out of families that's unnecessary. And I know the joke about just put me in a pine box. Well, the morticians and the funeral directors love that joke because they will show you that pine box. And let me tell you, it's the most expensive damn coffin they have. I'm of the opinion, don't even claim my body. Who gives a fuck? At that point, I'm dead. I have no problems. I'm no longer here. If you want something to remember me by, you know, you have your memories. You know, if you didn't talk to me while I was alive, why do I care if you talk to me when I'm dead? Why do I need a monument that no one's going to give a fuck about in less than a generation? I mean, how often do you go see your grandfather's grave? Not that damn often. Which reminds me, I need to go by and see mine. How often do you see your great-grandfather's grave? Now, I can see my great-grandfather's grave because it's one row over from my grandfather's. I can see my great-great-grandfather's grave, too. And my great-great-grandmother's grave. I can see two of them. They're all right in there together. But what's really the point? Have you looked? I mean, you've already got such a huge debt placed on you. Why does putting a body in the ground have to be such an expensive, taxing, life-altering ordeal? The death is life-altering enough. Why does it have to be financially crippling? If you've buried a relative, you know what I'm talking about. If you're my age, you know, one of my parents is already dead. The other is older than my grandma was. So, that's a real thought. And there's a channel, I want to say it's called Ask a Mortician. She's got some really good stuff on that. And I know the media tries to scare you with like human composting and all that, but there's actually been a movement for that for a while where people want to do that to themselves. And she's got a pretty interesting video on that subject. You know, not that that's necessarily what I want done with me. I think somebody, as much as the media wants to scare you, you know, like, oh, they're going to turn you into compost, they're going to do that just because they're writing a law to make it legal. Well, no, that's not why they're doing that. They're doing that because people actually want to do this, and there might be some legal problems where they need to specify that, hey, you can do this. That's what they're doing. But I'll see if I can leave a link in the description to her video on that one. And she has a lot of interesting videos if you want to check her out. But yeah, don't even claim my body though. The state will put me in a cardboard box, they'll put me in a pauper's grave, or they'll fucking cremate me for free. and it's no burden to my family. Like, what do I care? I'm fucking dead at that point, you know? But anyways, thank you for listening to my ADD chats here. Yes, I know tennis balls are thrown, and I kind of follow wherever they go. So, if you've tolerated it this far, please leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I do have a Patreon. I'll try to put a link in the description for the Patreon as well. Anything helps. I'm very appreciative. Thank you. Adios. Sayonara. Nashla Danau. All that good shit that I can't pronounce with my cheeks being squeezed by a helmet. God damn it, fuck this light. It's not going to pick me up. So I will catch you fine folks later. And y'all take care. Bye-bye.